Sometimes when you live in a small apartment, sometimes it feels like you don't have places to store anything. And so this hallway closet kind of just ends up being the catch-all. Everything that might be homeless, medicine, towels. And so this week, let's look at this closet. So let's talk about one of the challenges with this apartment, and really just in apartments in general. There's a lot of apartments that don't have a lot of storage. You might have a bedroom that has a large closet with just a lot of space for hanging stuff, but it's very unlikely to have several closets with multiple shelves. And so this closet we're going to look at today really is kind of the catch-all. And so this closet ends up getting all of the extra candles, medicine, towels, shampoo, conditioner, soap, anything that I had that I just really didn't have a place for. This is like the medicine cabinet closet, but it's really the catch-all. Anything that's homeless or doesn't have a home goes there. And it's not very practical, and it's really hard to organize because there's so many small little things and it's easy just to get lost. Let's talk about a few things that I did in this closet before we start cleaning it out. So in this closet I bought, or actually I found it in a free bin. It's a little wire rack which is meant to make your kitchen cabinets have multiple shelves, so you could put plates, you could put plates under and cups on top. It gives you an extra shelf within the shelving. And so I put that in and I made it as large as it can, so that I have kind of an extra little half shelf, as well as I already had some of these buckets around, and I ended up getting another bucket or two that I could put stuff in, and so that it's being contained, so that I might have to dig through a little bucket, but I'm not digging through everything in the cabinet. As well as just a reminder that we don't need as much stuff as we think. And so one of my challenges that I have is that I get things that they might have been a gift. They might be something that I think, oh, I will use that, but then I haven't, and it's been there for a long time. And that especially happens with face cleaning products, makeup, and like bath bombs. So I end up stockpiling a lot of those, and fragrances and deodorants, things like that people, they come in a set, and so people buy you a set for Christmas or for your birthday, and then you just have to figure out where to store it and when you're going to use it, and remember that you have it when you go to use it. And if you don't remember that you have it, you're probably going to go to the store anyways and buy a new one. And so really this catch-all closet, there's a lot of things in there that I didn't want to get rid of right away, or didn't want to get rid of because I know I'm going to use it, and part of it was because I stockpiled before and now I'm trying to get through that inventory. And so, for example, in this closet we have a lot of hand soap from Bath & Body Works because it's my favorite, and I love all the different scents and being able to switch it up once in a while. But I have a lot of them, and so I got a bin and I put them all in there so they're contained, as well as bar soap, and I'm slowly going through those. And so every time I need to get a new one, I just, I pull out one from the cabinet, and eventually we'll be down to a manageable amount that I don't need the bucket or I don't need the bin for them, and so I can repurpose the bin somewhere else in the cabinet. So let's get into a little bit more about the actual cleaning process And so to start off, Dawn from The Minimal Mom talks about some necessities, and she always says that you need to have a donation bin. And this donation bin should be something like a cardboard box, something that you can get rid of the entire bin. And you can have a quarantine bin, which would be something that you have to think, you're going to think about if you want to get rid of. And then a trash bag. And so she does suggest a black trash bag. I didn't have any, but for her it is very important to have a black trash bag, and I understand why too. It's about that idea of guilt and feeling guilty about getting rid of something that you spent money on, or that somebody else spent money on. And so this guilt factor ends up keeping us from actually throwing things away. And so we might put it in a trash bag, and if we can see into that trash bag, we might second guess ourselves and pull it back out. And the same goes with when we have a plastic bin for our donations, something that we're not going to get rid of the whole bin. We might feel guilty that we put it in there because we have to take it out and transfer it into a bin that we can donate. And so if we just start off with a bin that is donatable, by using like a cardboard box or another bag. Sometimes I have those canvas bags that you just have so many of them anyways, that it works really well to just put those donations in the canvas bag, and then you can just donate the whole bag. And you don't feel guilty because you got that canvas bag for free somewhere along the way, and you just have so many and you've never used all of them at once. And so you have to have a donation bin and you have to have a trash bag. And if you want a quarantine bin, or if you're working in an area where you might have things that are keepsakes, you might want to have a memory bin or some sort of bin that will keep your items safe. Here in the closet, I'm not too worried about things that are memories. Everything in there is disposable, usable. It's meant to be used. Medicine is meant to be gone through. And so let's go on to the cleaning process.
So to start off this closet clean, I kind of just honed in right to the busiest shelf. So first and foremost, I had all of these loose containers of soap from Bath & Body Works that I just put in a bin, as well as I put all of the loose bar soap that we have also in this bin so that all of the soap could be put together. Later, I also labeled everything. Although this isn't included in this video, I did go back when I got a label maker and I put labels on everything so that we could easily distinguish what the bins were. And so I had my soap bin. This wasn't the final destination of it, but I made a spot for it right away. I did notice that I had a flashlight in our emergency, like for emergencies, but the batteries weren't even working in it. So I did stop and put batteries in, just to make sure that everything was ready to go in case of an emergency, as well as just being able to limit the number of batteries that we had open, because we had every box of our batteries were open, but none of them were actually being fully used. Then I started another bin for medicine. At the bottom, I kind of just had a bin that was a toss-all, and so I went in and I pulled out all of the medicine that I use regularly, allergy medicine, vitamins, as well as when I came across multiple of the same ones, I consolidated them, especially with my allergy medicine because I consume them pretty frequently. I'm not terribly worried about expiration dates and if one expires sooner than others, but I did also check expiration dates of different things as I was going, just because some items, after being open for so long, you want to get rid of it, like lotions and makeup, And so I did check expiration dates as I was going, as well as with medicine, they do expire. The medicine can wear out and won't be as effective. And so it is important to also make sure that you're checking your medicine. I definitely don't do that all too well with like Tylenol and ibuprofen, because I feel like we always are going through it, and even if it wears down on its effectiveness, we just normally take more, or, we're taking more anyways later on. We also had kind of just these extra random things that I just didn't actually have a home for right away. And so I made several medicine bins. I organized right below the shelf to have a nail care section, a teeth care section. And then I went back to sorting through these miscellaneous bins that were on the bottom, and this is where I really found things that I just kind of never use or don't use, and I was able to put some stuff in the donation bin that were, unopened or unused, and if the donation center can't accept them, then, it'll be just good to know for the future. I continued through this bin, and I was starting a new bin that was kind of like my face care, makeup, like extra things, because I do have makeup separately, because I do occasionally wear makeup and it's normally on the go, and so I have a makeup travel bag. I also included in there like pore strips and kind of those fun things that we do once in a while, that don't fit in the hall closet per se. Here I did have a old jar that was actually just stuff from a white elephant gift, and most of that stuff was not really usable, and I felt like I've had them for a while. And so I did donate the bath bombs, and then I decided that I probably should just trash the face creams and stuff because I wasn't sure how old they were. I did start an extras box, so extra things of vitamins and shampoo and conditioner, body soap, things that weren't open at all, but that we would use them eventually. And this is part of why I tried to now stop buying extra, and just buying what we need, because we have this bin, and then it's so easy to forget that we had stuff in that bin, and then we just buy a brand new one. And so we have quite a collection of deodorant in there, shampoo, soap, and I'm just really working through this bin. This bin has traveled from my dorm room to my apartment, and everywhere in between, and now this apartment, and it's really just stuff I've never used or that I got and I just gave up on trying. And so it was just a lot of stuff that I wasn't sure. I also started a collection for in the bathroom. They're just things that need to go with the stuff that I already have in the bathroom. I just needed to get it there, so that I can use it. And so I started that pile. And yeah, so I just continued to work through this closet, and we will speed this video up a little. So I do continue on, and here I am going through my my gel nail stuff, and I have a hard time with that. I put a lot of money into this Jamberry gel nail stuff, but it never worked right, and so I did decide to donate it, and hopefully somebody else is really interested and knows what they're doing. I also came across just a bag of other medicine that, it was more of a travel bag of medicine, but it needed to go with the rest of the medicine. It just needed to start getting used up. And so really here I am just kind of finishing up on this really shelf and bottom shelves. I did decide that I was going to do a little rearranging here as well as working on this next upper shelf. I move my soap down so that I can then move some medicine into that spot. That just put all of the medicine on one shelf, right at not eye level, but like the the main shelf spot. And that really was the main part of this cleanup. There's not too much I could do left in here. Just doing some brief organizing of my brushes and combs, and really the top shelf kind of just got organized so that they were zoned on that top shelf. Another piece about this closet is I also store all of my cleaning supplies for doing laundry. And so I do have these Grove tablets for laundry soap that I here am just refilling my container, and so then I can put the bag up at the top. And just having this separate container just kind of makes it really easy to get the soap, because this bag is kind of awkward and big. And so having this little container in there also just makes it look a little more organized. So before I show you the final result, here's some stuff that needs to go in the bathroom, like dental stuff. I do have a box of stuff that needs to go with my makeup, as well as just a jar for the kitchen. Those are trash bags for the kitchen and stuff that needs to go to my car. I did use the trash bag, and I do have trash in there, as well as here's my donation box, and this is just going to sit in the living room for a while. I do have to ask my sister if she wants that shower curtain. And here's just things that I need to use up, or that I bought to try and I haven't really tried them, and so I just need to use those. So this is how it turned out. I did get a lot clearer on the bottom, and I just feel like there might be still a lot of stuff, but that it feels a lot more organized and contained, even just having those few buckets that we do have. And so it does look a little more organized. The candles are all in one spot, and it's just going to be easier to find. And like I said, I did get labels for afterward. So we're going to put this side by side just so that you can see them together. And so here is how it looked before, and this is how it looks with the declutter organization. And really I didn't end up decluttering as much as I thought. It was more just organizing and really containing the items I had.
So I do really enjoy this transformation, and although it wasn't a whole lot of less inventory, it definitely feels a lot more organized. And so I hope that this video inspires you that sometimes to look and feel more decluttered really might just mean that you're a little more organized. And so I hope that you join me next time, and make sure to like, subscribe, and comment below on other tips and tricks you want to hear about. Until next time, bye.